Alright guys, TouchGrubBit back again today. Have been enjoying your Friday once again so far. We're going to talk about this, news that came out about a week ago now with KiLLa looking to go and getting a contract offer from HECZ onto the Huntsmen and the NRG organization. Pretty interesting. I think this is during the Huntsmen pre-show before the, the World Championship kicked off last weekend. And looks like this is going to be the case. KiLLa looks like he's having to sign this. And if you guys aren't aware of who KiLLa is, we're going to go through some of his history in the Call of Duty scene, what he meant to a lot of people back in the day, like what an entertaining player, to be honest, to watch back in the Black Ops 2 and Ghost days, and honestly one of the very best search and destroy players at the time. There's no doubt about that. He had a mind for the game at the time that was different to a lot of other people's mind for the game. Like him and Fizzip were the absolute wombo combo in search and destroy. There was not much you could do about them when they were on their game. Of course nowadays things are very different, but HECZ looking to get kind of the old brothers back together. I suppose he was on the OpTic gaming squad at the time, like OpTic Nations for example, throughout like some of Ghost and Advanced Warfare as well. So and then he went on to have some success even in Black Ops 3 before. Since then things have kind of derailed somewhat. Definitely definitely an interesting talent, right? Like he has so many different facets of his personality, and he's kind of volatile in a way, so it's interesting to see this move being made. Intrigued to hear your thoughts down below on this one. I'm pretty sure it would be a controversial move, to be honest. We haven't seen any like confirmation of this yet. There's definitely been some tweets that have come out over the last week saying that this is going to happen behind the scenes, maybe just for the new season or something like that, but could be an exciting prospect. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. Let me play this clip then from this Huntsman pre-show with HECZ talking about how he wants to offer KiLLa Sloss a contract.
Bose and KiLLa. Bose, just KiLLa alone. You know what I'm gonna do, Matt? Everybody, KiLLa, if you're watching this, bang my line. I want to offer you a contract, okay? And I want you to deliver the news for us, okay?
Wow. That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Bang my line, back to the desk.
So interesting what he means here by like doing the news for them, I suppose. I mean, I don't know, like roster announcements or whatever's happening in the organization. Get KiLLa on like a little podcast show, or like get him set up with his own like studio, like I suppose like Lando has at NVTV or something like that. That would be pretty cool. And we know Sloss is pure entertainment, right? Like through his streams throughout the years, and so he's definitely been one of the most entertaining players throughout Call of Duty history, especially back in the day. For those of you who don't know him, we're going to go into some of that history in a couple of minutes time here, but just for those of you who do, Bose then says, "Bull is in your court, KiLLa. Will you dunk or will you mess up? I'm ready, big dog," says KiLLa. So it looks like he's going to be back in the game. My life is a movie, straight up. So yeah, KiLLa are going hard on this one, and then we get a couple of clips I'll just share of his reaction to this. He gets pretty emotional. It's pretty nice to see because his life certainly has been very up and down over the last couple of years. So yeah, pretty wholesome.
Wait, what's happening? Sure, I guess I got an offer contract by Huntsman. I don't know. This is just too good. Sure. No. Thanks, Shorty. Thanks, everybody. I don't even know. I don't know. Of course, I'll accept the offer. Duh.
So this is some of the discussion which comes out on Reddit as a result. That would low-key be comedy. OpTic Nation streams in Ghost and Advanced Warfare were hilarious. Ricky Bose and KiLLa. I mean, what a squad that was back in the day. He's attempting to save KiLLa from a very bleak future. Dude tweeted less than a week ago he wanted to be erased from CoD history. Aside from that, he's a PR nightmare. My man actually believes and says some extremely stupid stuff. Will be entertaining nonetheless. And I think this kind of does sum up the situation. This is the tweet that KiLLa's talking about here, or that he is talking about here from the 31st of July. "Please do me a favor and erase me from Call of Duty history." HECZ then says, "You cannot erase what you helped write." Maybe this is in the back of his mind a few weekends later when he talked about this. And this reply as well from a Kingdom Soldier with one of the absolute OG KiLLa clips, the choo-choo train back on the Epsilon team back in the Black Ops 2 days. Unbelievable stuff if you guys haven't checked out this video. Maybe I'll link some KiLLa highlights down in the description box below, because could be some entertaining stuff if you guys weren't around back in the day in Call of Duty history. This also did come out and was mentioned in the thread as well. And as we can see, he's not exactly the best from a PR side. As we can see in this, what came out right here, I think last year around July time, there was a discussion around this screenshot that his, former girlfriend or whatever had taken from supposedly a chat. KiLLa says this is all fake, so not exactly sure. But, this is some of the discussion, right, that's being had. I'll just leave this on screen for a second here. Not what you want to be saying if this is true, of course, if this is legit. And, especially from someone who's going to go to be, like, public facing, I suppose. on the NRG organization and do like news and do like public relations, I suppose, in that sense. You know, definitely maybe KiLLa isn't necessarily the guy you want. Like, he could say some dodgy stuff. He said it on Twitter in the past, and well, it's certainly a liability, I suppose you could say, for the Chicago Huntsmen to get him on the team and do like content in this sense. Could be entertaining, but you know, once again, it's kind of a questionable decision that if there was someone above HECZ that was well, deciding, like, choosing what decisions and what hiring decisions he could make, I'm sure they would kind of feel like, are we sure this is the guy? Are we sure this is the guy we want to represent Huntsmen on a public facing site, given some of the stuff that he said in the past? And well, of course, he doesn't have necessarily the best reputation going in. However, in terms of Call of Duty history, he is no doubt one of the absolute OGs of the scene. Like, as we can see right here, back in the Black Ops 1 days, MLG Orlando National Championship 2011, didn't have the best results there. Goes into Modern Warfare 3, Team Fear, of course, Fizip, John, and Ricky. I mean, like, once again, these guys have been around so long, does beg the question right now, how, you know, Parasite and John, from being back in the day, still competing at a relatively solid level if John does come back next season, of course. Pretty crazy to see what has happened here. Then, of course, Black Ops 2. This was the Farico Impact squad, which you guys may be aware of. Farico Impact being KiLLa, Karma, Miracles, and Parasite when they won the World Championship here. So, KiLLa, first ever Call of Duty World Champion, won, of course, that incredible 1 versus 1 against Proofy on the Meltdown Search and Destroy, where yeah, he managed to dodge a weave out of the way, and Proofy had to go defuse the bomb. KiLLa took him out, winning the game 6-4 in that, well, game 11 or whatever it happened to be in that grand finals there. Unbelievable stuff. And that was kind of the pinnacle of KiLLa's career then. And ever since then, somewhat went downhill. I mean, this was this Epsilon event at UMG Atlanta that we just kind of had a look at. I mean, that was certainly an entertaining one. The scene was absolute chaos back in the day, like players moving around all over different teams, and the drama was just constantly back and forth. Then, of course, we go into the Ghost days. He then does join the OpTic Nation squad a little bit later on in the season, as we can see, Embo's, KiLLa, Miracles, and Ricky. Certainly an entertaining squad throughout the latter half of, well, the Ghost season. The main OpTic Gaming squad with Scump and Najon and co, and, well, you know, Clayster and Proofy on a time on that team was definitely the team that tended to do better, but OpTic Nation was certainly an entertaining one. Then we have KiLLa at the start of Advanced Warfare as well, once again on OpTic Nation before that team kind of disbanded and went a different path. And, well, since then, didn't have the best finish to the season. Going to Black Ops 3, you guys might remember the Dream Team squad, which actually did unbelievably well to come second at the Stage 2 playoffs. I mean, there was always some drama with KiLLa here, to be honest. Like, one time he got knocked out and he didn't even turn up to his losers bracket match. I think that might have been at the World Championship or something, where, like, they lost the first round and, well, like, they were playing for last place at Champs and he just didn't even bother turning up and they had to forfeit. Not exactly sure what event that was at, but, like, that does happen. Definitely a volatile character. Played a couple of events as well on the amateur side throughout Infinite Warfare World War II. Never really had too much success. I mean, what a throwback squad this was. Sharp, Nislo, KiLLa, and Miracles. You know, didn't have the best one. But if you guys hadn't heard about this, I definitely thought it was worth bringing to your guys' attention that it's possible that Huntsmen NRG KiLLa is happening in coming days. We haven't seen some tweets exactly confirming this. I mean, KiLLa doesn't have it in his bio yet or anything talking about NRG, but yeah, maybe he signs something just after the World Championship concludes or something like that. And, well, next season or throughout the off season, we get KiLLa doing some content with Huntsmen. Could be cool to see, maybe get him back on the right track, I suppose, because those of you who might have followed his stream and his career path, I suppose, over the last few years, it's certainly been volatile, and that might be the best word to describe him, but entertaining is certainly another good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. As always, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.